All right. Welcome to DCT.
Episode 27. Ben, did the Commanders do anything of notice today?
They did. Oh, that's right. They signed Terry McLaurin. Yeah. After an entire summer of, will we sign him? Will we not sign him? Are we going to trade him? We're not going to trade him. He might sit out. He's not going to sit out.
Did sit out.
Lost.
Complained.
Lost
$900?
$800,000. And that was before the mini camp, $150,000 that I think he lost. So it was close to $1 million.
Can you imagine a timeout costing you $800,000? That's insane to me.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to talk about it anymore.
We've talked about it enough.
It happened.
So just simple question, good pay, overpay, underpay. What do you got? $32 million, 3 years?
Yeah.
It fits our timeline for Daniels. We wanted 3. I didn't want more than 3.
They're gonna front load it. It's probably gonna be 35 this year. And then as the years go on, he'll make less and less.
Yeah,
but
like 30 or 29 and then maybe 24.
This year his cap hit is only 25 because his extension doesn't kick in until the year after.
Yeah, it won't be.
So
that's the only way they were able to sign him because our cap is tied up.
Yeah. So I mean, $25 million cap hit is not bad for this year. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that the contract details haven't been released yet because although it is $32 million AAV, we don't know if it's, really 29, including the guarantees he might get. If it's the full 32, which is what he wanted, we don't know yet. So I'll be interested to see what the actual specifications of the deal are.
Yeah,
but
they'll tell us more about it. I'm excited because we don't have to talk about it anymore. So glad he signed, but I'm glad that is finally over.
Yeah.
Now we can talk about something we're very excited to talk about. NFL season award predictions.
Yeah. Do you want to start us off?
I kind of do want to start us off.
All right.
So we're going to start off with Coach of the Year for the 2025 season. I have Dan Campbell.
No.
Dude, come on. I think Dan Campbell has a really good chance. Hutchinson's back in the lineup. You had a great year in 24. I think you had 2 losses, 15-2. I don't know if they can keep that record or improve on it. I don't think they will, which hurts your case. But I think they'll be playing better football. I think it'll be better all around. The record might sink a little bit, but I don't know. They have an okay schedule. You play the Packers twice, Vikings twice, Bears twice. I think a lot of those are wins.
My only issue is the fact that he just lost his offensive and defensive coordinator, and now he's going to have to make up a lot of ground with that to even get close to that 15-win mark again, I think.
And you're also going to be playing them. I mean, you're going to be playing your offensive coordinator twice.
Yeah.
In the Bears. Now, luckily, he can only throw Bears players at you, but otherwise, it's still not great. We've seen that effect before.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, their new offensive coordinator in-house hire, I think it'll be good. But yeah, I think I have Dan Campbell. Who do you have for Coach of the Year 2025?
I actually have Kyle Shanahan.
Okay.
Kind of a out of the blue pick, but the Niners, I think, got much better in the draft. Their first 5 picks were on the defense, which is what their team really needed. Last year they went, God, how many wins did they have? I think they had 6 wins last year.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And it didn't look the same. Obviously, last year you had Christian McCaffrey go out. You had Brandon Ayuk. You lost in week 3, I believe. Debo did not seem like Debo last year.
He wasn't getting the time that he gets.
No, exactly. And Purdy did better than I was expecting, but I mean, there's only so many injuries your team can have before the brakes fall off. I mean, Detroit saw that happen in their playoff game. So I think with the fact that they have the weakest strength of schedule this year combined with them getting Robert Saleh back, I think that it only lead to a recipe for success for them. So I think they're going to go 12-5.
Yeah, I mean, already doubling your wins is going to look great as a coach.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good pick. Do you want to do rookie defensive player of the year?
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Hit it.
Again, slightly out of the blue. I've got Will Johnson.
Really?
Will Johnson. I know he's a second-round pick. The guy should have been a first-round pick. I'm tired of everybody saying he had a turf toe issue, so that's the reason why we didn't take him. The guy won a national championship in
Michigan,
college.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was one of the best players on that team. And then the next year he had his injury issue. The team was not as good. But come on, the guy was a blue chip prospect.
You have to respect the urgency to make sure he's okay, though. Like that's a concern. If I'm drafting a player, and the draft is a crapshoot, I don't care what they say. You can be number one projected overall. You can sink.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Sanders. You know, and that's opinion based off of attitude, personality, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think being projected to go top means you're a top player, but to hold back on someone for turf toe.
Yeah.
Now, turf toe can end a career, but I don't think it was that serious of a case.
I mean, this guy, from what I've seen from Arizona media, has been locking up Marvin Harrison Jr., who was the 4th overall pick in the draft last year.
Yeah.
And he's been absolutely cooking him.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I don't think he should have slipped to the second round, and that goes for my pick as well in Mike Green with the Ravens for my defensive rookie of the year. I have no idea. Well, okay, I have somewhat of an idea as to why he sank in the drafting pool, but he is elite at defense. He's already defended himself twice in court. I can't wait to see what he does on the field. No, but I do think Mike Green's special. Now, you're on the Ravens, arguably one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time he's going to get to prove his case for defensive rookie of the year. If they give him an edge rusher position consistently, I think he will excel. I think you're looking at 11 to 13 sacks. Yeah, I feel comfortable saying that. And I think you could be very happy with his production on the defensive end. So I'm going to go Mike Green.
I like it.
You want me to go offensive rookie of the year?
Timeout. You checked and made sure the thing was at
30?
30. Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
No worries. No, let's do a clap, man. We're going to clap ourselves in. Are you feeling okay about this episode?
Yeah, I like it so far.
Good.
Do you?
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
We're
We're always perfect.
So rookie offensive player of the year.
Rookie offensive player of the year. Mine's boring.
I want to hear yours.
Cam Ward.
I mean, it's not a bad pick.
Yeah, but I feel like it's boring. I mean, but I do believe it will happen. Quarterback, it's a great position. Everyone stares at it. So, I mean, I do think he's going to win. I think if he gets a few highlight plays, because I don't think the team's going to do well. I think the Titans are going to be very, very low. I could be wrong. But if he just has a few highlight plays, maybe some rushes, some dimes, he can throw.
Oh, yeah.
So I will be impressed if he does extremely well, but I will not be impressed if he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. So I'm going Cam Ward.
I like it. Mine, I'm actually going to go with Tyler Warren for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
That's a good pick.
Anybody who watched Penn State football play last year knows that Tyler Warren was one of, if not their best player, other than Abdul Carter, of course. He was just everywhere. I mean, there were games last year where their receivers did not register a single catch, but Tyler Warren had 5. It was ridiculous. And you're going to take that and plug it into the Colts offense, who right now is being led by Daniel Jones. That guy's just going to get reception after reception because Daniel Jones doesn't know how to make his third read. So,
yeah, I mean, you're also going to have a lot of NFL defenses locking him up. But I also don't think, I do think Colts will be a game where your team is not going 100%.
No.
against the Colts. So like you said, personally, he could have some impressive stats.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Colts are going to be probably sniffing 10 wins or anything like that.
No.
But I think Tyler Warren could have a Brock Bowers kind of season.
Okay, yeah. That's actually a pretty good comparison. I can see that happening.
Yeah. So
who do you have for defensive player of the year?
I have Aiden Hutchinson.
Ooh, comeback.
I mean, this guy last year played 5 games. Obviously got that terrible injury against, I believe it was the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
But he had 7.5 sacks in 5 games. Project that over to 17 games. He's blowing past.
What, like 24, 25?
Yeah. That breaks a single sack season record.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's a beast. Anybody that watches him knows he's an elite edge rusher. He's 6'7". The guy is terrifying. Everybody in camp right now has literally just described him as flying and a thunderous monstrosity.
I thought he was Dan Campbell's son when I first saw him. I was like, what the hell?
He's a beast. That's all I have to say about that.
For me, I think that's a great pick. I'm kind of envious of that pick. I'm going Micah Parsons for Defensive Player of the Year. He's a dog. He's so fast. He utilizes his speed so well. Fantastic edge rusher, amazing pressure, always has amazing pressure. It's a contract year. And it's been a contentious contract year. I feel like for a lot of stars, not to bring up Terry again, but it's kind of just been a weird off season. I feel like it's been more vocal than in the past.
I don't know what to think of the Micah situation because
it doesn't feel real. I don't think he's actually going to leave. He said the other day in an interview, he's like, I'm looking forward to playing Daniels for 8 years, like as a Cowboy.
Yeah, but in his interviews are weird, man. They've got Dak had his holdout twice. CD has his holdout. Obviously, they will wait to the last minute to give these guys their deals, but Micah has been so much more vocal.
Maybe he's seen what's happening. He's like, I don't want to deal with any of that garbage. Like, don't. I've seen what you've done to the rest of the guys. Don't run me through that. Pay me right now. Like, we don't need to do all this song and dance because it is just a song and dance. And then they end up paying him.
Yeah.
He caves every time. I mean, look at Dak Prescott. You're an NFL quarterback. You're one of, 32 people in the world who are a starting NFL quarterback. You're fantastic at what you do. You're millions and millions of leagues ahead of me. But you're trash in the NFL to be making what he's making. It's an insane overpay. Now, I'm not going to fault Dak Prescott for that.
I mean,
that's ownership.
Go get your money.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very dangerous sport. You worked your ass off for it. You seem like a good guy. It makes me want to vomit, but he does. But yeah, I can't blame a player for getting paid.
Yeah.
That's just bad management. Same with DK Metcalf. Like Terry being like, sorry. Just because they screwed up doesn't mean we have to make that same mistake. But I think Micah Parsons is saying, don't run me through all that garbage. Give me what you know you're going to pay me. Just do it right now. So I think he gets 18 sacks. I think if he hits above 20, which I don't think he will, but I think if he gets above 18, I think he'll win it.
I don't think he's going to get that number just because while he is an edge rusher, he also plays a lot off the ball where he plays in the kind of that linebacker position. So he doesn't register the normal sack numbers that a edge rusher does, but he's still everywhere. Like, he might not register that many sacks, but, tackles for loss, fumbles.
His name's going to be out there. I also think that does a lot for these player rewards as being an established player.
Yeah.
I think it makes a big difference. So I'm going to go Micah Parsons, but I agree with what you're saying. He's kind of a volume stat guy. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go with him.
I like it.
And then Offensive Player of the Year, talking about having your name out there and how much it helps, I'm going to go Saquon Barkley.
You think he wins it 2 years?
I think they give it to him again. And I think he has a great season. I really do. I don't think you can lock this guy up. He's so explosive on the ball, but he's dynamic. He's not just a rusher. He's great in the catching area, so he can gain both yards. I don't think he does what McCaffrey's done with 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving, but I think he has a fantastic season. I really do. I don't think the Eagles do as well, but not much has changed. They didn't really lose
No, they lost a lot of guys, but they did replace them
But
with.
what I'm saying is I don't think they went down. In my eyes, I don't think the team got significantly worse.
Yeah. No,
and I don't think
agree.
it got worse for Barkley. I don't think he's going to suffer from the losses they took.
Yeah, when you're talking about Saquon, obviously he didn't lose anybody on that offensive line other than Mekhi Becton, who I think, in my mind, is replaceable. You didn't lose A.J. Brown. You didn't lose Devonta Smith. I believe Jahan Dotson is still on the team, but he's not a factor. And obviously you still have Jalen Hurts. So your offense is the exact same. So, I mean,
ideally you should get the ball more if your defense is rough. And since the offense hasn't changed, I do think he'll be fine. So I got to go Saquon. He's a volume stat guy. He's a highlight reel just waiting to happen. Yeah, I think they'll give it to him again.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Mine, I'm going to go with Jamar Chase.
Great pick.
The guy went for 1,700 receiving yards last year. He had 127 receptions, and he had 17 touchdowns. That's good enough to have the Triple Crown as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he didn't win Offensive Player of the Year. That's got to be like a slap to the face.
One of the all-time snubs.
Yeah. But
there were a lot of snubs.
I mean, it's so tough because you can't call it a snub when Saquon had the season that he did.
Well, Lamar and Allen.
Yeah.
You look at that. I mean, every year it's like, and Mahomes. Sorry, I hate you, but still, you're amazing. But it's like you said.
Yeah. It's tough. But I think that going into this year, their defense is the same, if not worse.
Yeah.
And nothing changed about it. So they averaged, I believe, 28 points scored in losses this year. So I think that's just going to be the same thing. Him throwing to Chase, him throwing to T. Higgins, Chase Brown getting the ball, having a historically good offense that is just going to be around that 9-win mark again.
Yeah, and suffer because of the defense.
Yeah.
They're wasting a lot of talent. They really are.
They are. Yeah.
And they won't address the issues. But, yeah. Okay. What do we got next? Comeback Player of the Year. Who do you have for your Comeback Player of the Year?
I already talked about him, Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, if this guy wins Defensive Player of the Year or is anywhere near as much of a threat on the edge as he normally is after having that gruesome leg injury he had last year, I don't see how you give anybody else the award for that. I mean, that is incredible.
I do.
Yeah, who you got?
I got McCaffrey. I got Christian McCaffrey. I think he has an explosive year. I really do. To me, he's more dynamic than Saquon Barkley. I don't think he's as dominant, but he's more dynamic in the receiving game and the rushing game. I think he's going to do really, really well this year. Again, I think they have one of the easiest schedules too. So it should be easy pickings for McCaffrey.
But he played last year.
He played, what, 10 games?
No, I want to say like 8, maybe 6.
I still think they give it to him. I think he's a bigger name.
Than Hutchinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But I mean,
it's a flat. Okay. I feel like they favor offensive players for all awards that aren't necessarily strictly offensive and defensive.
That's true. Yeah.
When have I ever seen an MVP go to, let alone a defensive player, someone not a quarterback? I think like 11 out of the past 10.
Well, I mean, they've all been quarterbacks. The last non-quarterback to win MVP was Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Jeez.
That's because he had 2,000 yards rushing and was just an animal, dude.
Yeah, but I do think they'll give it to McCaffrey if he has the bounce back year that I'm predicting.
Yeah.
But I like your pick. I think you have a better pick there.
Speaking of liking picks, who do you have for MVP?
Well, to lead into your Jamar Chase, I have Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow needs to do something. And, okay, that's not true. Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow. He doesn't need to do anything. He needs to stay alive because every single play someone's trying to rip his leg off. But no, I think when you have weapons like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, every year I feel like he's not in that conversation, but as soon as someone brings him up, they're like, oh yeah, you gotta remember Burrow. He's easily top 2. It's like a weird reminder. It feels like the Kobe conversation when people are like LeBron or Jordan, and then like, what about Kobe? And it's like, oh my God, I forgot. Kobe's amazing. I feel like that's kind of Burrow's place right now in the league.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now he has as good of a chance as any quarterback not named Mahomes to win MVP. I really do. And I think Kelsey's going to have a bounce back year for Mahomes, but I think Burrow can do it. I
have the biggest qualm when it comes to rating Joe Burrow's MVP chances this year, and that's just because, they had 9 wins last year, and Joe Burrow was phenomenal. He had, 45 touchdowns and threw for 4,700 yards, I think.
9 interceptions?
9 interceptions.
Yeah.
70% completion, which is insane. And yet had 9 wins to show for it. It's because of their defense. Their defense was awful, and the only thing they did to address it was draft a couple guys, and one of them didn't even want to show up to training camp because they didn't want to give him a deal. He's a rookie, and you don't even want to pay him rookie salary. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but management's mistakes don't contradict the fact that he is an unbelievable talent. And I don't think those lack of wins account for him not being your most valuable player. In fact, I think that shows you without him, you wouldn't have had a single win that season. You would have been the 08 Lions.
I agree, but in an MVP case where wins are one of the biggest, if not the biggest factor in winning MVP, how are you going to give it to a guy who had 9 wins last year and their defense got worse?
Again, because that has nothing to do with the player. That's a management issue.
But he can have the season that he had last season, and he's not going to win MVP.
I disagree with that. I do. I disagree with that. Not that he won't, that he shouldn't. Like, he should win MVP, in my opinion.
Why?
Because he's the team's most valuable player. Without him, that team is trash. You can... Okay, what I'm trying to say, let me rephrase it because I'm not phrasing it correctly. Or maybe you're just a moron.
Are you saying that...
That was funnier in my head. Listen up, asshole. Without Joe Burrow, you don't have 9 wins. So you can directly state that 9 wins were achieved by the single player being Ice Joe Burrow. Burr.
Yes, but my argument is that MVP is not measured by who the most valuable player on that team is.
Oh, the most valuable player award isn't based on the most valuable player. My mistake. Continue.
So if you take Mahomes off of the Chiefs, do they make the playoffs?
No.
I think they do. If you take Lamar off of the Ravens, do they make the playoffs?
Not with Andrews.
My point is, if we're going MVP as in most valuable player for the team, I mean, I think Josh Allen has a better chance at that than Joe Burrow does.
So let me recalculate. Are you saying that Mahomes doesn't deserve MVP because you think that team still makes it to the playoffs?
No. My point is Mahomes won MVP that year. He won MVP because he threw for 50 touchdowns and the team won.
Okay, but I don't think he was the most valuable player to a team.
Mahomes wasn't?
No. Most valuable player means without him, we are trash. He is our most valuable asset. He's more valuable to our team than Mahomes is to you. You could have plugged in any top 10 quarterback on that Chiefs team, and they would have done extremely well. You put any top 10 quarterback in Joe Burrow's position, they are crying.
That's not true.
It's true. You think Mahomes could deal with getting bodied every 10 seconds?
You give Lamar, you give Josh Allen, you give Patrick Mahomes, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Chase Brown, and you don't think he's doing just as well, if not better?
That is correct. I think the way Joe Burrow handles himself on the field, off the field, Joe Burrow. I think if you put,
I don't think Josh Allen has ever had a receiver as good as Jamar Chase.
I almost said Stephon Diggs. Oh, shit. You know you're losing an argument when that's your hope. No, I'm sorry. I agree with what I said. I think he is
I'd hope you agree with
he's
what
the
you said.
most valuable player to a team right now. Who do you have for MVP? How are you going to talk shit to me about Joe Burrow when you're picking Jaden Daniels as your MVP? Is that who you're picking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why?
I think that's a great pick.
You know why?
Why?
Because I think the Commanders are going to have a better record than the Bengals do.
I agree, but I don't think that means he's your most valuable player.
If you take Jaden Daniels off of the Washington Commanders, they do not sniff 7 wins.
Yeah, I don't think the Bengals sniff a win. I don't. Their defense won't win them a game.
But
I
Jaden
think,
will have a better record
I
than
think your
Burrow.
Commanders' defense could win you a game where I do not think the Bengals could.
The Commanders' defense is going to be a sponge this season.
It is going to be rough. No, I'm sorry. I understand what you're trying to say. And I think we're saying very similar things.
I think you're just wrong.
Talk to me about Daniels. Make me happy.
You have your rookie quarterback,
Yeah.
who is fresh off of an NFC Championship appearance. We're not going to talk about what happened in that NFC Championship game, but
Burrow would have done better. I don't even believe that. Continue talking.
you took that team, you added a top 3 left tackle in the league in Laramie Tunsil. So you got more protection for him, which means he has more time to throw now. You added Deebo Samuel, who's going to be your immediate wide receiver 2. You finally re-signed Terry, so you're going to have that relationship keep going. You're going to have a year of experience under your belt. My thing is that I think the Commanders, because of their defense, are going to be in a lot of shootouts this year. I think with that, Jaden does have the ability to not stat pad, but have better stats than he did last year. And if you combine that with an 11-win, 12-win season, that's a pretty good case for MVP.
Yeah, I agree. Can I ask you a question?
I love questions.
I have 2 questions. One, sophomore slump. Are you worried about it when it comes to Daniels?
No.
Not at all?
One, I don't think we have seen anybody that had the rookie season that Jaden Daniels just had. And 2, I think they made enough. The main person that people bring up when they're talking about the sophomore slump this season, it seems, was C.J. Stroud, who had a similar Jaden Daniels experience last season. But the Texans did not do what the Commanders did. They actually traded away their protection for CJ. Like, they did not help him at all. Whereas I think the Commanders said, oh, okay, Jaden needs a little more time in the pocket. Let's go get Laramie Tunsil and let's draft Josh Connerly, who's going to turn into left tackle.
I think your difference was Texans said, okay, we don't have to worry about that area anymore. Let's allocate resources to a different part on the field. And I think your Commander said, okay, that's our asset. That's our most valuable asset, our MVP. So let's dedicate time to enhancing that skill set rather than focusing on defense, special teams. I think that's what they did. They played to their strengths, where the Texans did not do that.
No, they did not.
So I agree with you there. Now, my last question. If Joe Burrow gets the Bengals to 12 wins, do you think he deserves MVP?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
More so than if Daniels gets to 12 wins?
I think that if the two of them get to 12 wins, I think that Joe Burrow is still probably going to have better stats than Jaden does.
Okay. Let's say same stats, same record, but they're on the Bengals and one of them's on the Commanders. Would you give it to Burrow? Are you more impressed with what he was able to do with the team around him than you would be Daniels with the Commanders?
No, I'd give it to Jaden.
Okay. No, that's fine. You answered my question. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah. I mean, if they have the same record, I don't think they're going to have very similar stats because they're different players. I think that Jaden would probably have like 600 less yards, but adding another 700 rushing.
Yeah, I don't think Burrow's sprinting that. I mean, he is, but the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was it. That was my question.
All right.
All right.
So do you want to go ahead and just run through real quick?
So for Coach of the Year, I had Dan Campbell. You had?
Kyle Shanahan.
For Rookie Defensive Player of the Year, I had Mike Green.
I had Will Johnson.
For Offensive Rookie of the Year, I had Cam Ward.
I have Tyler Warren.
For Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons.
Aiden Hutchinson.
For Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley.
Jamar Chase.
For Comeback Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey.
I had Aiden Hutchinson.
And then for most valuable player, Joe Burrow.
And I had Jaden Daniels.
I like our lists. I don't think either of our lists are terrible.
No, I don't think either of them are dumb.
No.
So
Except for
what? Say it.
I might be wrong with McCaffrey. I'm losing faith in my pick for McCaffrey.
I have a very hard time talking about players winning the
You think the bigger the injury, the more impressive the comeback.
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
But also, like, CMC was injured last season, but he was injured for 9 games and then came back and played out the last 6 of the year. Aiden Hutchinson played 5 games, and in that 5th game, his leg got destroyed.
No, I agree. And he was out for when was the last time he got back on the field? What, like a few months ago?
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. Like, it's been a more impressive comeback for him.
Yes.
Who was our quarterback who was out for Alex?
Alex Smith.
Yeah. I mean, how many years was he out?
I mean, I think he was only out for like a year and a half, maybe a full year.
I felt like it was more for him, but he went through, surgeries. I mean, that was life-threatening.
I mean, he almost died.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
And so I do appreciate him winning comeback player of the year because of what he had to go through. So I guess in a way I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to look at it from a statistical standpoint. I want a player who had a bounce back year.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of it as coming back from an injury. I'm thinking of it as coming back from a bad season. And I think they just need 2 separate awards for that.
I don't want any of this Joe Flacco coming out of retirement for the last 6 games of the season and winning comeback player of the year because he led the Browns to 3 wins. That's bullshit.
That would be my favorite thing to happen on the entire planet.
That did happen.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
I want it again.
I don't want it at all.
I like awards like that. I'm sorry. But I think there should be 2 different categories. One for coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
And then one from coming back from a bad stat line. Like Travis Kelce could win it this year. As stupid as that sounds.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Oh no, I didn't do that well this year because my girlfriend Taylor Swift and I'm involved in everything but football.
I was distracted by carbon emissions. It's like, yeah, I mean, what's your excuse, dude? You played bad football.
His girlfriend's not distracted by carbon emissions. All right, do we want to move into our next segment?
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to do our NHL picks for who Bryce thinks is the top 5 NHL defensemen.
Oh, that the EA NHL game came out
yes.
with. All right. So they did come out with, I think, today or yesterday.
Yeah. It was
like their top 20 NHL defensemen. Okay.
So I'm not going to give you the exact top 5. What I am is going to give you 5 that are in the top 20 for defensemen. And they're going to be in a different order. And you have to rank them based on how high you think EA rated them.
Okay. So positionally rank them 1 through 5.
Yes.
And then guess their
overalls.
Guess their overall. Okay. All right.
I'll give you a point for position, and I'll give you a point for overall.
I like it. Let's do it.
All right. First name, Charlie McAvoy.
Oh, man. This is hard because I don't know who you're going to give me. Charlie McAvoy. Man, I wouldn't give him more than a 91. I'm going to say he's number 4 at 91.
At 91?
At 91,
okay.
Which is crazy because I think he's great, but I don't think he's that great.
Yeah. Okay. Evan Bouchard.
God damn it. Number 10 at 76 overall. Evan Bouchard should be number 5 on this list. If there's anyone beneath him, I'm gonna be so upset. Bouchard, God damn it. Bouchard, and he better be like an 87. They're going to have him somewhere like an 89, which is ridiculous. He should be 87.
It's kind of funny. Pre this segment, Bryce and I were talking, and he said that if Evan Bouchard was anywhere near the top 20, that he would be very pissed
Evan
off.
Bouchard is not a top 20 NHL defenseman in the league. He's not. He plays for the Edmonton Oilers and has, Draisaitl and McDavid on his team. If he was on Dallas, you wouldn't hear anything about Evan Bouchard. If he was on San Jose, you wouldn't hear anything about Evan Bouchard. My example, Erik Karlsson. He was on San Jose, had an amazing year. Team was dog shit. but you knew about him because of Erik Karlsson. Bouchard does not carry that. He's not a top 20 defenseman at all. You have a hard slap shot. Congratulations. Happy Gilmore was not a top 20 defenseman in the NHL. Continue.
What's his rating?
87. I have him at 87. He should not be higher than that. That's even ludicrous. I'm changing it. 85. 85.
Okay. Victor Hedman.
Victor Hedman, number 2. I'm going to have him at 93 overall.
Okay. Adam Fox.
They're going to have him at something stupid like 95. I'm going to have him at 3. I'm going to have him at 3, and I'm going to have him at 92.
And my last one, Miro Heiskanen.
God damn it. I love Miro the Hero. He's a fantastic defenseman. He's one of the best skaters I've seen. His puck possession's amazing. He's got such a brain for the game, too. I would want him to be like 94, 95. I'm going to give him 95, and I'm going to put Miro up top. I'm happy with that list. I feel good about that list. I would replace McAvoy with Fox, bump McAvoy up to 3. I'd probably put Bouchard at 13. What am I looking at? All right, let's do one by one. Bouchard, what was his overall?
Bouchard was an 88.
That is, what did I tell you? They're going to give him something like that. That is so stupid. Was he 5th on the list?
He was 5th on the list.
All right, good. McAvoy
was 4th on the list.
Okay.
And he was at an 89.
Okay, I like an 89 for McAvoy. I feel like that's very fair.
Yeah.
Fox
was number 3.
Okay. What was
and
he at?
He was at a 90.
90. Okay, a little conservative with Fox. I like that too. Hedman
was number 1.
Really? They have Hedman over Miro.
Hedman is rated at a 92.
92?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't get any of the
No, you got no
ratings
correct. But you got almost the exact order. 1 and 2 were flipped.
I mean, that's funny. I would have Miro over Hedman.
Heiskanen was at 2.
Would they give him like a 91?
91.
Okay. I'm not upset by that. I think that's pretty fair. But I think Miro's better than Hedman right now. I think you look at what Hedman does in the past. You also have to factor in his size. Not that that works against him. He's fantastic, especially with his size. But, whoa, pause.
You said 95. 95, I believe there were 2 players rated 95.
Defense?
Yep.
Makar and Hughes?
Yep.
Yeah, that's whatever. Man, I don't know. I'd take Miro over Hedman. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. He's dynamic, man.
I mean, damn good job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was okay. All right, well, I think that was a great episode.
I agree.
It was informative.
Somewhat.
We're excited for the season to start.
God, please.
I mean,
please, Lord.
We love these episodes, but we made a sports podcast thinking that games would be happening. The Nats don't count or exist. But I'm excited.
I was thinking the other day, we haven't talked about the Nats all summer, but then I remember how bad they are at baseball.
They're the worst thing happening in DC right now, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
They're in a rough spot.
Do you think Jaden Daniels is going to make DC crime rates go down this season?
He hasn't already.
I'm assuming he has, but
I think Jaden Daniels holds a lot of lives in the balance of a lot of middle-aged men with not a lot of things to do.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah. Middle-aged, that was aggressive.
Well,
no, I think it would be an interesting study to see how angry men get on Monday nights and Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Thursday too?
Thursday.
Yeah.
We actually have a lot of primetime games.
We do.
Year.
I mean, that's the Jaden Daniels effect. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great season. And then what are we doing next episode?
Next episode, we are finally going to, for our season preview, go game by game and talk about what we think the Commanders' record is going to be this year.
I'm excited for that.
Yes. So
I like a season breakdown for the Commanders.
We will be doing
Tough
that.
schedule.
Combined with divisional standing.
Yeah. Our estimate for divisional standings in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good episode.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of DCT. As always, like, comment, subscribe.
Please.
And you know what? Do me a favor. Let us know. Is Christian McCaffrey a better option for comeback player of the year? Or is Hutchinson? It's up to you. You decide. Is Ben's list better or is my list better? Let me know.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening this week, guys.